Get out. Not even discussing it. You're a ginger tosser. Go and get Mark Allen. You're so St. Jude yourself, aren't you? You're so pro St. Jude, aren't you, Brian.St.John? What about you using a stooge to impersonate Mr. Mark Allen, a senior corporate lawyer from St. Jude Legal Department, Mr. BryanSt.John? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't disrespect people who are relying on you to have done a thorough St. Jude investigation, St. Jude fraud investigation, Brian.St.John. You failed miserably, just like you failed St. Jude for the entire year of 2020. Yes. Let's brush it all under a fundraiser. That'll do nicely, won't it? Well, I think you need to go back to Tiffers Marie. You need to ask her to show you the email where she revealed that Molly Golightly only gave 2 months of super chat to St. Jude for a 2-month period in 2018. For the other 2 years and 10 months, she was still telling her supporters that she would give half of their money to St. Jude. She didn't do that, Brian.St.John. So, from the 3 years up until November 2020, she'd given 2 months of super chats in 3 years. So, go away, you silly little ginger fact 50 tosser. Go and get some facts right, you stupid get. Mark Allen isn't a fraud lawyer. Grow up. You're a skank and you're a lowlife. Get out. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Because I'm here having to violate terms of service, unlike you, Brian.St.John, because you haven't been silenced from YouTube, have you, Brian.St.John? No, you haven't lost your channel for standing up for St. Jude, have you, Brian.St.John? No, you haven't. Oh, no. Only that happened to me, Brian.St.John. Why? Because I did what none of you would do in this community on my own. I defended St. Jude. I whistle-blew the Amazon store fraud in February 2020. None of you did a thing till 15 months later. Get your facts right that'll wipe out 2 years, 10 months of frauds, eh? But Tiffany Marie is so pro St. Jude, isn't she? Oh, isn't she? Isn't she? Selective outrage, Mark, yeah. I don't have selective outrage, sorry. I would hand in my family if my daughter if she did it. So... whatever. I'm not looking at the side chat, people, because I'm not listening to that ginger tosspot. Mr. Mark Allen impersonator. Corporate doesn't mean fraud, Brian.
You're right. Corporate doesn't mean fraud, and no one said it did. St. Jude is a corporation. Every corporation, a huge nationwide, worldwide corporation, has corporate attorneys that work for them. This is Mark Allen. This is who I spoke to. He is senior counsel for St. Jude. Mark Allen, senior counsel, St. Jude Children's Research, Memphis, Tennessee. Senior counsel, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You, Mark Allen. Right here, this is what he does. Executive level corporate attorney with leadership experience and ability to provide fundraising solicitation review, fraud mitigation, investigations, and insurance. See, this is why, Jasmina, this is why people didn't listen to you. You get things wrong, like my hair color. You keep calling me Ginger. Mark Allen is the person that I spoke with. Mark Allen is a corporate attorney for the Corporation of St. Jude, who also handles their fraud mitigation and their investigations. Mark Allen handles a lot of different things for St. Jude's. This is how I found him, right? He called me, actually. I didn't call him, he called me. Okay. Let's read it. Executive level corporate attorney with leadership experience and ability to provide advice and counsel to boards of directors and corporate officers. Track record of success in driving corporate missions, moving into international markets, negotiating multi-million-dollar contracts, furthering corporate brand goals, manage diverse legal teams, which means he's senior counsel, and led legal implementation of new corporate and government initiatives. Serve as counsel to the Executive Information Security Committee. Security deals with fraud. The Enterprise Data Governance Governance Council. Call center operations. That means they handle incoming calls about fraud sometimes. And direct marketing team. Investigate data breach questions. Develop and evaluate privacy impact assessments. Create and draft corporate privacy policies, and provide advice on transfer, storage, and destruction of corporate data. She says that he's not a corporate lawyer. She says that since he's a corporate lawyer, he can't be a fraud investigator. Well, St. Jude's Research Hospital is a corporation, right? The corporation part is, I believe that they take part in medical equipment as well. This doesn't want to go up. Let's see. It's a company. Any company is a corporation.
The misuse of the false flag by Team Diane and the fraud squad, protecting the fraudsters, having been through 15 months of disgusting en masse abuse by these St. Jude fraud protectors for the entire year of 2020. Plenty of time to change your mind, Molly, but you never did, no. And neither did you, Tippers. In fact, you apologised to me on your snake pit panel. In fact, you're a sly bastard through and through. Sorry, Tippers, you don't like it. Sorry, Tippers. I don't torment people to death and leave them begging and begging and begging. I don't leave people having to go on YouTube out of no choice, having to defend themselves because they were made a scapegoat by the BryanSt.John, Brianna St. Judas. Got it. You need to get it, you filthy get. So, in the meantime, I'm here 5 months later. I refer you, St. Jude, and you're a disgrace to YouTube.
Listen to her.
What part do you not get, Brian? You've not redefined the dictionary definition of corporate, you ginger tosser. You can't even admit your own filthy lies. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to manhood. You're a disgrace to St. What are you going to do? What do you want to do? Push me to a heart attack and then I can have and then you can just carry on regardless, like you wanted to do at Christmas, which was actually the reason for the malicious use of the false flag, was it not? So Diane could get stage 2 scam on the Amazon Christmas links. So the skanks in this community could get their skanky kids Christmas present paid for. Comprende? Let me say it again, Brian. What part do you not get, Brian? You've not redefined the dictionary definition of corporate.
Yeah. I can redefine it because St. Jude's is a corporation. St. Jude's has corporate offices. Look it up. It's a company. A company is a corporation. INC. Inc. And then she goes on to say that I helped Diane with Christmas and stuff. I had nothing to do with that. She says that I'm protecting Diane. Can you see why people don't listen to you, Jasmina? When you sent me countless emails where you rambled on just like you're doing right here. You just rambled on. You got some of the facts right. You were the one that first called this out. But you would call it out and then you'd ramble on and you'd go left and go right and go left and go right and you wouldn't stay on the topic of it all. And you're vile and angry. And that's why people didn't listen to you. Oh, let me bring up Jasmina DeVille on panel. We'll talk about how Diane is scamming St. Jude's. Yeah, right, Molly, go, yeah, Molly. Isn't that right, Molly? And Tiffy Marie, and Diane, and then you all are scamming us, and then you're all nobody wants to listen to that. What do you do? Like an 8-ball before you start going live or something? Isn't that right, Jasmina DeVille? Yeah, isn't that right, Jasmina? You sound like an idiot, and nobody wants to be around that.
You ginger tosser. You can't even admit your own filthy lies. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to manhood. You're a disgrace to St. Jude, and you're a disgrace to YouTube. You're not violating terms of service, though, are you, Brian? because I kicked you out of YouTube. No. You've not been forced on YouTube because I kicked you out and forced you to come back, have you? You've not had to take the decision to risk your YouTube future ever watching YouTube because a bunch of filthy bastards already silenced me in December. Brian.
Look, you silence yourself because you talk like that, and people don't want to listen to you. You sound ignorant.
St.John, Brianna St. Judas. Got it? Got it. You need to get it. You need to get it, you filthy get. So, in the meantime, I'm here. 5 months later, I refuse to ask that life stuff again. Yeah. Because I'm not asking. 5 months I've been asking. Waste of time. I'd like that what I got
I'd like that what I got
stolen from me in December, please. And that would be my pristine character with Google. That would be my 55-year-long violation-free record in my life. I would like the dirty, filthy fraud.
55. Google hasn't been around for 55 years.
To take back the filthy, filthy label they maliciously gave me to cover Diane's fraud in December. And I've been waiting 5 months now, on top of the 15 months of disgusting on mass abuse. And that's it. And by the way, Tiffers,
can anyone imagine living with this female?
And did you? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were tricking your audience, Brian. Just like Molly was, just like Tiffers was.
Listen to this.
Alan, Brian. If I can get him out, I would. I can't. I've got to do it. So I'm not getting. If I look at his daft name or whatever crap he's written, I'll get aggravated. So I'll have to go back and look at it later. I'm just not doing it. Filthy ginger tosser. You didn't interview Mr. Mark Allen, Brian. You didn't interview a senior corporate counsel lawyer from St. Jude Legal Department, Brian, did you? No, you didn't.